Ladies love the skin.
Ow.
Bring it a little bit closer. The good skin, that is. That's why having a proper skincare routine is very important, and you need to feel Lapeef. The process is so easy, just 4 steps. You got your daily face wash. That's going to clean your face up nice and right. You got your exfoliator scrub. That's going to open up your pores. You got your AM moisturizer with the SPM 20, which is going to protect you from the sun. You also got your PM moisturizer, which is going to make sure your skin is protected throughout the night. Tej has tons of reviews from dedicated customers across the world. I know I said a lot, but it's okay, because guess what? It comes with an instruction card to explain to you in detail what to do morning and night. And because Tej is a sponsor, they're offering my family 30% off along with a free gift. Just click that link that's in the description and feel the Tej.
What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Trigger Mike, back with another episode of the Trigger Mike Show. Thank y'all for coming through today. I know you could be anywhere in the wide YouTube verse, but you're here with us on the illustrious Lapeef Network. Shout out to everybody, man. I hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving. This is the first time I'm talking with you. I had work to do yesterday. Oh my gosh. So let me tell y'all, y'all know I like to break it down, get a little icebreaker, talk to y'all, see what's going on. Let me tell y'all, yesterday was the worst day of work I ever had. Not that people were doing anything or making requests or sending me emails, or not that it was a hard work day. I forgot how to do my damn job. Boy, you take 3 days, 4 days off of work, because usually when I'm off work, even on the weekends, I'm doing work. I'm working on my projects, scheduling meetings, responding to emails, doing parts of other people's projects that involve me. I'm doing all that 24/7. So I actually took time off. I disconnected for Thanksgiving for about 3.5 days, I guess. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's like I forgot how to do my damn job. That's crazy how that works, isn't it? Like I forgot how to do the damn job. Uh-oh, y'all let me know, because I did kind of bump the wire here. Is the mic on? Can y'all hear me? Let me know in the chat. Can y'all hear me? Audio. Oh, damn. Yep, my mic wasn't plugged in. Nope, you're not tripping. You probably hear me now. You're not tripping, HD. You're not tripping. Damn. Thanks for the save. But I thought it was because I bumped it. I put my work computer up top here to work on this morning and took it down just recently. I plugged back in the hub, but not the USB-C. Got to be more careful. I might even plug the mic into the USB-C, get that over with once and for all. But I appreciate that. Welcome to the Trigger Mike Show, everybody. But yeah, unplugged for a few days for work, and then forgot how to do my damn job. I was slow motion yesterday. Stuff that could take me 5 minutes, I was doing like it took me an hour. I was rewriting stuff over and over. That's crazy. Take a little bit of time off of work. Now you don't know how to do the damn job. But shout out to everybody, man. Let's pay some bills right now. Shout out to the sponsor, T. Shanley, 30% off along with a free gift. The link is down in the description. But what I also want you to do is take a look at this new product. I want you to grab this as a stocking stuffer for people at Christmas time. Assured Men Naturals, hair and beard oil. All right, 15% off special offer. Make sure you join that mailing list. All the details will be in the chat and are already in the description for you to partake. If you have been looking for a hair care and beard care regimen, Assured Man Naturals got you covered. This stuff is going to be good, man. It is a collaboration between Lapeef and Sugar Curls. If you don't know, Sugar Curls already has her own hair empire going. So they teamed up to bring you this product. I think it's going to be a hit. And it's definitely something people within the culture and outside the culture, if you use that type of thing, need to use as an everyday regimen for hair care and beard care. All right, most of you men who are growing beards now, that's been the thing for a while, right? I keep mine relatively short for work, but a lot of you can grow your beard out as you please. I recommend you grab the Assured Man Naturals pack. The info is in the description for you. Go ahead and grab that and get your hair and beard care regimen started. That'll be a great stocking stuffer for you ladies who are wondering what you can get a man. And well, he already has everything. Look at the stuff that he doesn't have. And I don't mean material things necessarily. Some men are very terrible about self-care. All right. You know, massages, hair oil, beard oil, massage it into their beard. You know what I'm saying? Get that beard oil and give him a little, put the gloves on and shampoo his beard and put that beard oil in there. You just know you're getting flipped over right after you do that. When that lady be when I used to have a longer beard, And I used to go to this hair studio in Virginia. My man Tank used to cut my hair. He had a shampoo girl in there. A woman running her fingers through her little ass skinny fingers through your beard. I'd be like, lady, listen, if you knew how this feels right now. But anyway, yeah, ladies, I'm encouraging you. Get your man something. But let's get into it, man. We got one hell of a topic today. He said, fix my mic. Is my mic still tripping? The mic doesn't seem to be tripping, but let me know if it's tripping. AXB5, let me know. I'm speaking right into the mic, pause. So let me know if it's still tripping. So I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of a backstory. Today's topic, because we're gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna start trying to do that, jumping right into the topic, so the people that come on and want to know what we're talking about for the day can understand where all the questions are coming from and where they stem from. There's really no video. Appreciate that, Big Texan 713. We lost that game, damn, on Sunday. Woo! One kick. But I still love the way we're playing. Yeah, so the people that come in, people like, you talk too much during your monologue. You need to get into the topic. All right, whatever. But yeah, sometimes I hear you, and we can absolutely do that. So I'm going to give you the backstory on this particular topic. So real quick, I hit 5 years being married. And among my friend group, of course, among the OGs that I know, I'm a nobody in the game, right? I got several years to get up to the, let's say like my older frat brothers, my older cousins and stuff like that, 15, 20 years married. I'm a baby compared to them. But in my friend group, as y'all know, men, and especially black men, are getting married later and later, or not at all. So I've become like somewhat of an unofficial, I'm not going to say therapist, but they'll hit me up, like targeted. Like usually we talk about stuff in the group chat, in the various group chats I'm a part of. But every once in a while, people will hit me with a message just, straight to me, or a call straight to me. And this is one of my good frat brothers, man. Good dude. I literally been waiting. Somebody I like, even the women who knew him from when I was back home, always called me to ask if he's single, because he's not easy to get in contact with. He doesn't really do much on social media. He's a real estate agent. He still doesn't do social media. He kills his stuff with the ground game, right? Every ad, he has real ads, done through companies and stuff. So he doesn't even have like a social media presence like most real estate agents do. But he's a real estate agent, okay? He's also a real estate investor, owns a vast portfolio of investment properties. His dad got him started on that. So he's a real estate agent, real estate investor. All right. He's been dating the same girl. I've met her on several occasions. I saw her maybe last homecoming last year. I met her, seemed like a nice girl. So I'm like, yeah, he was talking about marriage. We weren't forcing marriage on him. He was talking about it. He had hit me up several times like, let me. Uh-oh. I said the mic ain't working. Damn. Hold on. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Let me know if it's working. Smooth Kenny said it isn't working. So I just want to make sure. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Is it working? All right, we good. All right. So my homie, the girl that he was getting married to, they broke up. So I got this call over Thanksgiving time. Happy Thanksgiving, whoop-de-whoop. Yeah, what's up with old girl, man? When am I getting an invite to the wedding?
Oh, no, you not. I had to break it off. Now, when you think about that, about what I said, he was being very intentional. And I want the women in the chat and anybody listening to understand that this is the type of guy y'all talk about. This is the type of guy that women say they want. And what I mean by that is that this man had a plan to marry this woman. He had a plan for the life they were going to live, and some of the he even had a plan for some of the obstacles that they were going to tackle. This is why I was so impressed by him. He's made a big name for himself, and he even planned out a way to enrich his prospective's wife life before he married her. Now, let me give you a little bit of more backstory on that. He says he broke up with her because last year, after I met them around like October time of 2022, after I met her, rather, he said, yeah, I'm going to go take the marriage route. He talked to her about it. Like, this is getting serious. We've been dating for a few years. They hadn't lived together. He said, this is what I need from you. I need you to let me know how much student loan debt you have. She lied to him. Okay. Well, that part comes later. He didn't know she lied. He broke up with her this month because she lied. He said that she told him she had $40-something thousand in student loan debt. That's actually, I think, either average or a little bit above average. I think it's like 30 something. Yeah, no, let's just say that's average. That is the average amount of student loan debt. It's trending much higher, but the average for all individuals combined is $40-something thousand. She said she had $40-something thousand in student loan debt. Okay. He said, bet. So here's what we're gonna do. He has his own townhome, I think. He has his own townhouse. He said, move into the townhouse. Okay. She was paying rent. He has his own crib. He has several cribs. Move into the townhouse, and here's what I want you to do. Before we get married, all right, she's a college-educated woman. I believe she is a licensed professional counselor, an LPC. She went to school for psychology. She got a master's in mental health counseling. She did all of her supervision hours, and she became a licensed professional counselor. Okay. He said, all I want you to do is use your money for the entirety of 2023 to clear all of your student loan debt out. One, clear all your personal debt out. And then we are getting married. Let me know right now, ladies and men in the chat. Did he do anything wrong there? Did he suggest anything wrong? Did he ask anything that he shouldn't have asked? Is that a good idea? Is that a good plan to set forth before you marry somebody? I'm going to read before I go any further with the story. But I got to know, was he being a little too controlling? Was that something he should not have asked? Yeah, y'all let me know. Oh, I don't know what y'all talking about now. But oh no, he said nope. That's like that man having ugly kids because his wife had plastic surgery before he met her. Betrayal of the highest order. Damn. But y'all let me know. Is he wrong for that? Evil Batman says, is he paying their debt now as a part of the list of requirements? I'm not sure. Nah, he handled that and his future wife. Okay. Harrison says, sounds good now. Let me tell y'all, let's take it out of the realm of what we as men think women want or what's good for them. This is what women say they want. This is what women say they want. You said you want a man that has a plan, that moves things around, facilitates something to keep things in motion, that lets you know the plan, exercise, like lays it out all on a sheet of paper. This is what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to handle this. This is the way we get a good start, so on and so forth. I believe he did that. I was like, damn, dude, I'm impressed. He said he got the idea from me. I don't know when I gave him the idea, but as a part of our talks over the last year or so, he said right after talking with me last year, he was okay. I do remember when I gave him that idea because it's exactly what we did, or a part of what we did with the personal debt in my house. I'm not paying any of my school debt because I'm about to be 100% disabled veteran, and they clear all them shits out when that happens. So we pay my wife's. We don't pay mine. My shit just sitting there, pay some interest, and when that they working on it now, and that shit hit 100%, them shit's gone. So they're not getting no more of my money. But that's what we did with personal debt in my house. Any personal debt we have right now, we clear out personal debt. I bought a car last month. I bought a car on an emergency last year for my wife when her transmission went out. And I'm going to pay that car off that I bought last year by February. Aggressive. I signed on for a 6-year loan knowing I was going to pay it in about a year and a half, less than a year and a half. That's how we clear personal debt out when you have two high incomes in a house. You don't really keep personal debt like that. All right. So he said, I told him that story. Oh, snap. I bought the car last October. So I bought the car last October and I told him that story. I said, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to pay 3 times the amount every month. And then I'm just going to pay it off. And I'm going to have that car paid off by February, it looks like now. So I gave him that idea. While you are paying for things, holding the household down, her money, and hopefully it's in one account, but I would understand that she wouldn't want to do that until after they were married. But your money needs to be going somewhere. We need to start outlining, what are you paying for? What are you doing? How are you becoming less of a liability to the family that we hope to create? That he got that idea from me. So he implemented that immediately, and told that to his future wife. That's what he thought. Do y'all know what this lady did? Can y'all take a guess? About a year. They were living together for about a year. He said she canceled her lease. He paid for that. He said, I paid to cancel her lease. They even gave me a deal, only made me pay 50% of it because it was such a short amount of time left. So he said, I paid to cancel her lease, moved her in the next month. They had been living together till they broke up and she moved out this very month. Can y'all guess what she did or didn't do? Earlier this month, maybe last month, he told her, where are you at with your student loans? He had been asking her periodically, all right, where are we at with it? And her personal debt. He didn't disclose how much personal debt she had. Then what he did as a gesture of good faith, what's going on, Jolie? Then he said what he did as a gesture of good faith is he printed out his credit score and he printed out all of his debts. I guess all of his personal debt. His personal debt is different because he holds a lot of investment properties. So he said, all of these right here, all of this debt, he got over $1 million, over $1 million in mortgage due. He said, all of this debt, these 6 homes or wherever he got them, or plus $1 million plus rather, these are all investment properties. So you see that in that column, this generates us revenue. Okay, so he told us that this generates us revenue. It increases in worth. So this is actually a part of our net worth because it can be sold. So he said he had very little personal debt. The credit card that he uses for points to buy groceries, and he just clears that debt out every month and keeps the points. That's all the debt he had. She got an attitude. We already know what that means. When you are doing things in good faith, you are trying to be transparent. We all know that type of honesty and transparency doesn't always invite the response you want. And if somebody has an adverse response to transparency and honesty, that means they got something to hide. We have been on this earth long enough to know what that shit means. Y'all feel me? Y'all get what I'm saying? He said, bro, she got an attitude. Why do you want to be all in my business? Why do we have to share accounts? Why are you counting my pockets? Stuff like that went off. Okay. He gave it a day and he said, I'm going to need you to pull your credit score. You keep talking about when are we getting married. I need to know financially where we are as a prospective family. Once again, a man doing the right thing so he can understand and get a clear picture of where he's going to be at if he marries you. Quick question to the chat. Is that fair or not fair to the woman? Is that a fair question to ask a woman before you put a ring on her finger and get engaged and let her family know and declare your intention to marry her? Is that a fair question to ask? May I have a printout of your credit score and your debt? Is that fair? Yes or no? My man Raphael says yes. Smooth Kenny says fair. SG says 100% fair. Sean K says fair. Ladies, do y'all want to share? I don't want to, monopolize the convo. I don't want to monopolize. Big Ant says yes. That's fair. All right. It's fair. I think it's more than fair. All right. Really, really is 2 check marks, 2 thumbs up. All right. SG says she's a woman and it's absolutely fair. Thank you for clarifying that. Wouldn't have been able to tell. All right. So as a group of people, we can understand that is fair. That is fair. And the reason I say it's fair is because he did it first. Damn, now that I think about it, he got a lot of that from me. That transparency thing. Do I really? Because, he was apprehensive. He was doing that modern thing. Like, do I really want her all up in my business? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Disclose it, bro. I said, disclose it. It's like a weight lifted off your shoulders anyway. Disclose it. If you're worried about it, make her sign a prenup. But you can disclose everything. There's no point in hiding it. All right. So it was more than fair of him to ask her to disclose her credit score and any and all student loan debt and personal debt that she had incurred prior to getting with him and prior to them getting engaged. We understand as grown people that was more than fair, and we have general consensus to that. She finally turned over her credit score, y'all. I'm sorry. She tried to just give him a printout of the credit score. Doing the business that he does in real estate, he had something on his computer and was like, type in your social right here. I guess he has access to that. He got access as a real estate investor. Oh, that's what it is. As a landlord, he's able to run credit through a system and get people's debts and all of that. He said he made her put her social security number in the laptop on the spot, and she just went off, stormed off again, and got pissed. This girl had $102,000, not $40,000, $102,000 worth of student loan debt. She's an LPC. She's a master's level clinician. Not really, depending on the schools that she went to. I think she went to a prestigious school, actually, like Virginia Tech or something like that. I mean, prestigious, like prestigious in Virginia, not prestigious to the world. Maybe they're prestigious in football, but she went to a high-profile university in that area in Virginia. Then she did her master's, I don't know where. $102,000 in student loan debt. $44,000 Mercedes GLC loan, auto loan, 42 or 44. So that's 146. I think it's 44,000. 146. $30,000 in personal credit card debt. 30 G's in personal credit card debt. Unsecured debt. $176,000 in debt. Now, this conversation lasted about an hour and a half. He said, "Do you realize she had the nerve to ask me, why does it matter?" He gave a very real reason. I said, "Do you think that you can get engaged and not set a date until she puts forth a plan and starts paying into that debt in earnest?" He said he doesn't know because she already lied. The 30,000 in debt, he says, I guess he knows how to look at age of accounts. She got it extremely fast. And she's actually she's in good standing, but she's only paying, he said the age of the account and the fact that she's in good standing and doesn't have any, she pays the bills, means that she's paying the minimum. I was like, damn. So she has no real plan and no real way to pay for her rent that she was paying for, to pay for the car note, which is over $800 a month, and pay that debt down. How do you pay 30,000 in debt down when all of your expenses go to your house, your car, your food, brunch? She has designer bags in the closet. How? So after all this, and I want y'all to guess the kill shot, that where he said he had to break it off with her. It took him a day to contemplate after their blowout argument that he could not be with this woman. Instead of apologizing for what she had done, for lying about the amount of student loan debt, which was actually almost triple. She said she had 40 and she had 102. She never disclosed how much personal loan debt she had. And he could figure out how much, he could see her car. She drives a Mercedes GLC. So he could kind of eyeball that on a Kelly Blue Book sheet and see how much she probably owed per month for that. But after all of that, after everything was out in the open, my man said, instead of apologizing for that, she got upset and said, "You're my man. You should be paying for that shit." Men, do you agree? Yes or no? Ladies, do you agree? Yes or no? Should he pay for her student loans? And that's how we are starting this discussion off today. The link is down in the chat. Please come up and let me know. Please come up and let me know. $176,000. I hope she watching this show too, because she probably like, I know this nigga ain't talking about me. I'm talking about you. No, Valerie, where you been? Good to see you. He is not obligated to pay her debt. Okay. Charles Keys says, nope. Mrs. V says, nope. Raphael Phillips says, hell no. Let me tell y'all, we can go at this all day. He is not obligated to pay her debt. Now, he's hurt. Let's just be honest. He really loved this. He really loved this woman. And aside from the debt, what I really liked about her is that she's smart. So let me not sit here and act like she's some bimbo. She's very smart. She goes to work every day. She's very well polished. So you got to see him, You got to see him. He's one of those smooth, suave type of alpha. Like he's so he got his stuff together. He's always liked a woman that compliments him, almost like a trophy wife type that looks really good in public on his arm. He's that type. So he invested a lot into finding her and invested a lot in her. So he's hurt. That's about 3 years, 2 years that they didn't live together, 1 year that they did, and he found out all of this. And now their relationship is over, never to be repaired again. He said he just can't do it. Now I'm gonna give y'all the reason, and we're gonna talk about this in detail if anybody wants to come up. But I'll just talk about it myself. This man said, in the business that he's in, he is a real estate agent and a real estate investor. Okay. She will now weigh his debt to income ratio down. If he marries her, okay, she gets access to more credit. Did y'all know that? She gets access to more credit. My wife is on my credit cards. But whenever my wife buys something, sometimes I make her return it and buy it on my credit card so I can get the points. And then I'll just pay it a week later once it posts so I can keep the points. She has access to more credit being married to a man with those type of assets. But her personal debt, unsecured, by the way, her student loan debt is weighing their debt to income ratio down. He said the way he saw his life working out with her is that he was going to sell, because of the prices of homes now, he was going to sell his primary residence. He lives in the part of Virginia now, Alexandria, very close to DC. Very expensive real estate. In a townhome. Minutes from the freeway. All right. He said he's going to sell that and use the upwards of like $300,000 in equity. Says he's been living there almost 10 years. Almost $300,000 in equity to buy them their new home in PG County, where they're building new homes at a good price. She fumbled. I mean, damn, she fumbled, y'all. But he said her debt is going to weigh their debt to income ratio down if he was already married to her. He has a better chance of doing all of that not being married to her. So the question that I want to ask y'all is not only should he pay for her debt as her man, is a woman's who has significant debt, should she be considered a liability? What do y'all think? Mayor 963, you gotta tell me why he's a moron. I love opposing opinions. I just want you to substantiate that. Raphael says, my wife almost put $60,000 debt on herself. I told her I would not marry you. Woo! Oh, Mayor says she is not a liability. Damn, you got to come up, man. You got to let me know. We got to talk about this. I'm dropping that link again for anybody that wants to come up and challenge me on this. But in my opinion, she's absolutely a liability. Now, let me not even say it. A lot of our women have student loan debt. And what a lot of people don't understand is that men like him, when we make this thing like, oh, men can marry anybody, men can marry the waitress, that's not usually how that works. Educated men like himself marry educated women like that. Or if it's not formally educated, let's say highly competent, because he doesn't even do what the hell he went to school for. He got into real estate. I think he did. I think he was a psychology major. Then he got into real estate and he made a hell of a lot of money doing that, and he's been doing that. Note Valerie says, anyone, man or woman, is a liability when it comes to having significant debt. My friend didn't stay with a guy who had over $100K worth of student loan debt. Hey, either way, you were right. Now, obviously, it's going to be more of women with student loan debt in this day and age, but it works both ways. You're absolutely correct. Now, the reason why I will call it a liability myself, the reason why I would is because he outlined a plan for repayment. In that area, that DC area, that is the number one area. She works for the VA. She makes 6 figures. That area is the most prominent area where they pay black people the most in the country. There are more black 6-figure earners in the DC area than anywhere else in the United States of America, because most of them work for the government and are college educated. So he outlined a plan for her to pay, and she didn't do it, and she wouldn't get with it, and she told him leave her alone, and asked him why he all in her business. David Simpson says, what's going on? David Simpson Jr. And that much debt, definitely a liability. I'm going to have to agree, man. 102 in student loans, knowing the interest rate on student loans and how much it accrued if you didn't pay them. That's all I got to say. They can outline a 2-year plan. If she makes 6 figures, she's taking home at least 60, 65. All right. Liquid. That plan, let me tell you something. I cleared out debt like that before. One of the greatest things you can do as a couple, as 2 working people. I can remember my sociology class or psychology class. It's called DINK. Y'all remember that? DINK? Dual income, no kids? Do you know what you can do as 2 dinks? That should sound funny. Do you know what you can do as 2 dinks? Dual income, no kids. Y'all can wreck shit, boy. Y'all can start businesses. Live off of one, invest the other. Live off of one, clear debt with one. God damn, y'all make this hard. It's so easy. I like being candid with y'all on this show. I've started businesses on a credit card. Okay? And just outlined a plan. Like, all right, I'm only gonna spend $15,000 to make this gun website thing work, this autonomous website. I'm only gonna spend 15 in ads, everything combined. I'm gonna build the website myself, and I'm gonna spend 5 in ads and reassess. And while that whole thing was working, I just used the money that was saved, because we only live on one salary, to pay off the damn credit card. Took me like that 15 took me like less than 3 months. Cleared it out. Do you know what y'all can do as a dual income household? We got kids, but you know what I mean. Do you know what you can do as a dual income household? My man HD with the $2 says feelings don't care about fair. That is showing itself more and more every day. And I believe it's pretty sad, man. My man Big Ant with the $10. Mike, I think some females make themselves a red flag for marrying is debt and attitude and false sense of reality. Do you agree? Yes. Debt, attitude, and false sense of reality. This is basically what we're talking about today. And you just summed up the totality of today's episode. So let's just be clear. What is the purpose of you gaining student loan debt if you aren't very intentional about clearing it out during the course of the relationship? We all know a man's position in this world and what you want his position to be. You want him to pay the bills. There almost no man, because of how slowly wages have grown in the past 50, 60 years. Men used to be able, before women started going to college in math, men used to be able to be the lowest level manager at something equivalent to Starbucks and be able to afford a house. Because that's how much housing used to cost back in the day. You go in entry level, you wait a couple years, you and your lady, your wife, live with your parents. But you got into the union so y'all could support each other and learn how to be married. That's why I don't understand all this money talk around marriage and companionship. Oh, you got to be financially stable. Y'all got it backwards. The community is your stability. Your parents are your stability. That 1-bedroom apartment that don't cost that much is where you should start. Y'all be acting like you got to buy a 4-bedroom house before you get married. Learn to be married. What did Kevin Samuels call them? IKEA marriages. That's how all marriages should start if you ain't already rich or you're not already accomplished. Look forward to an IKEA marriage. We ain't got much now, but we building. All right? We building. I went from a rental home in Alief, Texas, okay? Southwest Alief, to the voted #1 suburb. This was voted #1 in the state of Texas. Wasn't even married 2 years yet. And we made it out here. Been here 3 years. There ain't nothing wrong with starting your marriage off with an IKEA mentality. If you're gonna make it to living spaces or whatever that what's an expensive furniture store? Ladies, help me out. What's an expensive ass furniture store? Because I'm drawing a blank. Because they got a bunch of them here in the Houston area. Because my wife get all our stuff on the internet. Our couches are plush. Hey, Mayor, my man, no harm. But Ashley Furniture, Ashley ain't no goddamn. Let the ladies tell us. I think Haverty's is a bit fancy, yeah. Restoration Hardware. I remember Pure One. Oh shit! When I was around, that was expensive. But they got one by my house. Yeah, Bassett Furniture, I think. Oh no, this is the one I was actually looking for. Cantoni. That's on Westheimer. I used to live by that one. High Fashion Home. All of that. Y'all can upgrade. You don't have to have that. Haverty's, it is okay. Myers said Wayfair. You know what? You might be right though. Wayfair has everything. They got cheap stuff. They got expensive stuff. I think our couches came off of Wayfair, but them shits were $3,000. And they were just 2 couches. Like we have 2 of the same exact couch sitting handlebar style. I'm sorry, not sitting parallel to each other. Green velvet, tufted. little like two love seat size, 3,000. I was like, God damn, 1,500 for this shit. And she bought 2 of them, so they got expensive stuff. Gallery can be expensive. They still sell a lot of ugly shit, but they got some upscale stuff in there too. Yeah, so they just put a living spaces over here by the crib on the highway. It looks nice from the outside, so I've never been in. I bought some stuff from the American Furniture Warehouse. Yeah, they're more of a like Ashley, huge bargain, but they do got stuff that looks nice in there. But you're supposed to upgrade, ladies and gentlemen, to this type of lifestyle. She already got the Benz, debt, and let's be fair. She makes 6 figures, and she doing her own little thing in her apartment or whatever. She can have that stuff, but we also got to live life like we're gonna join our life with somebody else's one day. It might behoove us to do that. So I dropped the link again in the chat. So if y'all want to come up and speak on this topic with me, you are free to do so. So I just wanted to put that on y'all mind, man. I damn sure am bragging because I got 2 of the same damn couches. If you see it, I'm gonna bring a picture. If you see the setup, that shit is plush, man. We even did the nice little wall. Got a dude to come. You know how people do the wall. What is it called? The wallpaper, those whatever designs, we got ours painted on there. It was dope. He put all this tape and symmetrical designs, spray painted it, peeled it off perfectly. I just got to see you're a real person. You don't got to cam up. It's preferred, but I just got to make sure you're a real person, and then you can cam down. So the link is in the chat. Let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about this. The first question on the table is, is she a liability? Does her student loan debt make her a liability? What are your thoughts? I want to talk to y'all about that. Does her student loan debt make her a liability? Appreciate the super chats that came through. But yeah, I will wait. Trigger Plush Mike. You damn right. We waiting to buy a house. My wife sent me some this morning. I'm like, these interest rates, yeah, we can refinance. I'm like, I'm pretty sure refinancing means you're gonna have to pay closing costs again. So I ain't trying to do that. But yeah, we going on 1 hour, man. We going on 1 hour. If nobody wants to come up, I just wanted to tell y'all that story for real. I got a little bit of work to do anyway. So let me tell y'all, that's what I wanted to put on y'all head. That's the question for today. Does her student loan debt make her a liability? Let me give you my answer to this. And then, if nobody comes up, we will depart for today. It depends. If there is no active plan and she's not willing to get with the plan to pay down this debt, she is absolutely a liability. Ladies, let's be for real here. Most of y'all do want men to take care of you, but throughout history, it doesn't matter what type of person, black, white, Asian, Indian, African, men have built themselves up into men that take care of things for women. The woman always helped. Those women that you see staying home were not draining their family of resources. They were saving their family resources. They were coupon clipping. Who had one of those coupon clipping grandmas or mamas? Y'all remember them? These women were saving money. Yo, put a 1 in the chat if your family grew up at a certain point in time with one car. Y'all remember that? With one car. Put a 1 in the chat if your family had one car in the 70s, 80s, 90s, whenever the hell y'all grew up. Some of y'all old. 2000s, whatever. You can remember a time when y'all had one whip. We went years with one whip. I remember my dad pulling up. He had that little, what is it? Pidgeot. Then he pulled up one day in a Dodge Caravan. We were hyped. Oh, we a family now. We got a Dodge Caravan. One whip. We didn't know we were poor for real. That was the family vehicle. If we had to go to school, when it was 3 of us before my sister was born, we get dropped off at school. Then I'm sure my dad dropped my mom off at work. Then went home to sleep because he worked nights. Got back. We ride the bus home. He go pick her up from work. Then he take his ass to work in the van. This is how families used to do this thing, man. My dad is a millionaire. And that's where he come from. We got water factories in Nigeria now. And that's where he started. Y'all can't be waiting at the finish line. This is where most people start. Humble beginnings. We have such grandiose expectations, such inflated expectations. It's disgusting, y'all. It's really disgusting. It's really disgusting how we have such inflated expectations of what a man is supposed to be doing in a relationship. My homeboy outlined a plan with this woman because he wanted to marry her. He wanted to do it the right way. He didn't want her to be a burden or a drag on the family they hoped to create. And she spat in his face. Lived in their home, his home really, for a year and did not pay down a red cent. In fact, her balances went up. So this is not to disparage anybody. This is not to talk down. We got to ask if we're really ready to receive what we say we want. I hear the women saying they want a man that can facilitate a dream. They want a man that has a plan. They want a man that can let them know the plan and get them on board. Whoop-de-whoop. Well, this man did that. He did all of the above. He made a plan for her to pay down her loans and said he didn't care how long it took. She makes 6 figures as a licensed professional counselor, licensed, working for the Department of Veterans Affairs. That's a government job. 6 figures she makes. She can take that. And pay down in 2 years, make it manageable debt. She can, what is it called? Because I don't know if this is a scam or not. Can you really consolidate your student loans down into one low interest? She could have looked into that. Get the interest reduced. They have several repayment programs. That's what I'm saying. That's what this story is about. It's not to be like, oh, look at women and how they're terrible. No, it's like, are we ready for the shit that we say that we want? Because, she fumbled the bat. He getting older. I don't know, unfortunately, like, I'm going to be honest with y'all. He hurt. He's really hurt. So this is one of those type of hurts. The way he was talking and, the way he sounded, this is one of those things where I don't think, unless he gets back with her and she just does a complete 180, like, I'm so sorry. Listen, unless she does that, I don't see him getting with another woman seriously. This is the type of stuff that turns men on a rampage. Like he's just gonna be out in these streets because he gave it his all. He gonna be out in these streets for a while, and that's very sad because he did exactly everything I told him to do, and she spat in his face like he was wrong for doing it. And I don't think that's fair to him. I don't think that's wise for us to be promoting that type of behavior. You got to be ready for the things that you say you want. You want a well put together man that can create a plan for you and your family, then you have to listen to him when he's outlining a plan for y'all life together. That was a perfect plan. I'm going to be honest. It's not even that I helped him make it. That was a perfect plan. If you're not religious, move in with me. I pay for food. I pay for our housing. He never kicked her out. She lived there until they broke up earlier this month. He never kicked her out or did nothing crazy. Not even like that. We're the same age. I'm sorry. Because I'm on the younger side of the year I graduated. So I started college at 17. So he's 38. I'm 37. He's 38. Yeah, I always got to be careful because when I always act like my classmates are the same age as me. I'm always the youngest one. I didn't turn 18 until the November after I started college. So everybody always older than me in my class. But he's 38. All right, he about to be on a rampage in these streets, and I just want to make sure that we all understand. Listen, be ready for the dude that you say you want. Money is not paramount to all things. But let me get some of these chats. What are y'all talking about? Mrs. V says it's deeper than finances. He didn't vet her mindset. It was his fault. Chose wrong. Glad he figured it out prior to marriage. Well, I agree, but what I will call it is unfortunate. He was vetting her mindset. It just turned out her mindset turned out to be trash. The one thing I do think he's capping on, though, the one thing I kind of, and if you watching, bro, I think you capping on this. I don't think you checked to see if she was paying that shit. Because if I'm going to be somebody's benefactor and I give them a directive, I'm going to make sure that shit is being followed. One of the things that most of us, if we can admit it, we're very sensitive about being taken advantage of or somebody using us. So I'm going to check within a few weeks how we looking. Did they consolidate the interest? Did we look into any way to get the interest down so we can pay it off quicker? Yeah. Do you need any help with that? I'm doing all type of shit. I'm very sensitive about being taken advantage of. No, he he took too long. He took way too long. No, what I mean is they were dating for 2 years. Well, dating, then in a serious relationship. She actually had to move to where he was at. So she still lived in the 757. He lives in Alexandria, Virginia, right near DC. So then she moved up there, but not in the same apartment. Then a year later, he propositions her like, hey, let's move in together so you could pay down these loans. That this 40,000 when it was really 102,000 that you say you owe. And turns out she lied. So he's vetting her mindset. He's falling in love. The worst part about it is that on paper, she's dope. She's very well put together. She knows how to speak to your homies. I think this was homecoming 22. Oh, babe, let me fix you your plate. She's doing a lot. Well, let's get it very clear. She was doing a lot to give off wifey vibes. The one thing I think we do have a problem with in the community, and we need to address this, is the issue of finances. It is not always on the man. Women become very sensitive. Think about it now. when men were the sole providers of families, you were either completely giving your check to your wife, or you were either completely giving your check to your wife and you don't know what she did with it. She just paid the bills, did what she needed to do for the kids, and you had a little spending money as a man because she stayed home and took care of that. Y'all had full transparency and y'all both controlled it, or the man was just controlling with money and didn't let her touch anything. Those are the three dynamics that existed. Okay, and that's the same thing that has existed since we could count currency, right? The only thing that has changed in modern times is that women started getting their own money. And now, because women start getting their own money, just like the man who is stingy with money and doesn't let his wife know how much money they have, he only gives her a little bit of allowance, that type of dynamic. We have a lack of transparency now that women make their own money. A serious lack of transparency. Women do not want to cooperate. They don't want to merge accounts. They are extremely secretive with their spending habits. We have a lot of that going on, especially in our community. I was on a panel with Security Boss and some other married people. I can't even remember. I could not tell y'all. I was surprised at how many married people talk about they don't share accounts. That's one of those things that if I had said it or if I had guessed, I would tell it to you. I was completely wrong. I would have guessed, of course, married people share accounts. What's the big? I mean, you have to share account. I was extremely arrogant or ignorant, extremely ignorant on that. I'm like, what kind of married couple are you? You don't share accounts. Most of these people don't share accounts because we have a sensitivity and insecurity and a propensity to be secretive about not just our money, our spending habits. You want what you want because you make the money. That is not how you approach any relationship in earnest. You can't do shit that way. Let me tell you something. You cannot do anything that way. Can y'all just imagine something for me real quick? Imagine something for me. What happened to my homeboy and his girl before they broke up? Imagine that happening and you're already married. Y'all know that happens, right? Imagine that happening and you're already married. So you tell your wife, hey, look, we are going to need a bigger house for baby number X. He's been paying the mortgage or they've been going half. He just tells her because they have different accounts. I'm saving a stack a month, 2 stacks a month. I need you to save a stack a month. And in 6 months' time, we'll reconvene and we'll have X amount of stacks. Then you realize she's 10,000 short on her end. Do you know what kind of blowout fight that's going to cause? When you don't have transparency in finances, where the hell is the money? You said you've been saving it. What the hell are we supposed to do now? We had this planned out. Do you know what kind of arguments that will start if you're not transparent in your finances just because you wanted to buy a Chanel bag to keep up with your girl? So you spent 3 or 4. I don't know how much them shits cost. My wife don't wear them shits. Michael Kors, good enough for her. Thank God. Oh God, thank you. Thank you. I don't know if I thank you enough for giving me a woman that does not have these habits. Thank you, God. I don't want to buy that shit. Yeah, I keep my girl dripped in. Fuck that. You know what I can do with 3,000? You know how many ways I can flip 3 stacks? Oh my God. No, you didn't, FemK. No, you did. 8K. Yo. I don't even use this word. Divorce. Oh my God. You spent 8K on a bag? We got kids. Yo. You spent $8K on a bag. I'm not even going to act like I'm all that cheap because I'm not. I buy very expensive guns, but I make money off guns. So, and it's residual. It's passive income too. I'm not going to act like I'm all that cheap, but I personally, I don't want a woman that wears stuff like that. I don't. Y'all can call it, because I'm damn sure ain't broke. Y'all already know that. Sitting around me right now is a Staccato, a Zev OZ9, and a Zev Z320. 3,000, 2,000, 2,000. That's $7,000 in handguns. And $8,000 in rifles. I got $15K of metal sitting around me right now. I'm not cheap. All of this was purchased in the last probably 6 months. 4 months, if you want to be honest. So I'm not cheap. But Jesus Christ, $8K for a bag so other people can see? But yeah, man, I just wanted to have that convo with y'all today, man. Y'all make sure you have to ask yourself, should he pay? The ATF, listen, I'm an FFL, bro. I'm an FFL. I can build this stuff. I got government clearance, man. But y'all, I'm going to get out of here. Go get my son in a little bit. Gonna go have a little bit of lunch. Y'all be good, man. Support your local YouTubers. I just wanted to come up and give y'all this story. I want that to linger on your mind. Y'all make sure that we got to get past this money thing in our community, man, because it's low-key killing us. It's low-key killing us. And I want to make sure that when we say we want responsible people who can facilitate a dream and create a plan, that we actually mean it, and that we're actually ready to serve. We're actually ready to listen. Ladies, if you say you want a man that can do all that stuff that I told you my homeboy can do, when he outlines that plan, make sure you listen to him. Because there was literally nothing wrong with the plan and nothing wrong with her going along with it. This dude got damn near $2 million in investment portfolio. You fumbled a bag, lady. It's a very slim chance you're going to get another him. Every woman out here trying to find a dude like that. Somehow I know them all, but I don't think I'm going to see her in those circles again. Especially after word gets out about what she did. But y'all be good, man. It's your boy Trigger Mike. Thank y'all for the super chats. Just came up. I might even just share some thoughts with y'all and do this type of show more often where it's just quick. But yeah, man, y'all check out This Might Be Risky. He's on right now. Got a panel going. I'm going to get out of here, go get some lunch. Y'all be good. I'm out.